All right, so what I will do is a cylinder, okay? So I make that cylinder like this one. Perspective, of course. Okay, so we have the basic lines. Now I will just apply a little bit of line quality, just a little. See? So that we start getting the real feeling of our cylinder. All right. So now you have to consider that I have the light coming from this direction, okay? So if the light is coming from here, the shadow will go that way. Do you get the point? Yeah, I will show you one thing. I'll try to do this way. You see? Now, if I put the light like that, look at the shadow. It goes that way. You see, I have the light on my telephone here. Yes. And you can see where the light is going. Okay, so let's turn off this. So I'll put the reflection, okay? Then I put another reflection, like this one. Now, my first question to you is, what is this reflection for, and what is this reflection for?
This is false reflection, luce, light.
Yeah, yeah.
This is too very dark.
Yeah, but what is reflection of what? Yeah, but what is reflecting into the cylinder?
Luce.
No, luce è qua. It's here. It's on top. Okay. Yeah, it's very simple. I show you. Look up here, okay? I have my ground, okay? And I'm looking at the cylinder here. You know, I'm looking this way, okay? So I have one reflection here. You see this one, which is this one. And then I have another reflection here. And I see only a little bit of that reflection from this view, which is this part. Because I'm watching like this. You see, my eye, it's here. You understand? So here I have buildings. I have, I don't know, trees. You know, Christmas trees. And here, maybe I have a mountain, other trees, you know. So those are the objects, the things that are reflecting inside on top of the surface of this cylinder. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I will draw the reflection, okay? I'll shade. Now, as you can see, I am making that shading. You see? Dark light.
Yeah.
That's very important because it's thanks to that that I can feel the shape that is a round shape. Look. And then down here, I make again a little bit dark. Okay, so now we have our reflections here. So now I will make the shadow. Okay? So let's say that this is the shadow, okay? I draw the shadow in a way that we can see it, because if I push that way, we don't see it. So I'm moving the light a little bit like this, okay? A little bit like that, rotating the light. So when I draw the shadow, I will make also a shading effect on the shadow. You see? Now, you know, this is a round because it's the circle shadow, you know, onto the ground, onto the surface, it becomes an ellipse. So it's this, you know.
Okay.
And here we have another one, but we don't see it because it's behind. Okay? So now when I do my shading, dark light, I see here the difference between the surface that is flat and the ground with its shadow. So the two things are not attached. They are really separated. Oops. I put my cigar on top of my sketch. Okay. All right. So now there is one thing that is missing. When we take this one, can you feel that in this area there is an area that is a little bit darker and then it goes light and then it goes or darker or light?
Yeah.
That's called the core. I will write for you. I show you again here too. You see this part here is a little bit darker and then it goes a little bit light and then a little bit light again. That's the core. It's written like this, core. You can find also on Google, if you say core on basic shapes, you will find a lot of sketches where they show you where is the core. But anyway, I'll show you. I'll put it, okay? Can you see? Do you have a feeling that this is a round surface?
Yes.
Okay, now what's happening here? On this surface, which is light. Now the light is coming from here, so this will be kind of light. But there are two things happening. They are very important to define this shape with shading, okay? First of all, I will just make a little bit of shading, just a little bit, not too much. And here will be light, here will be a little bit dark, because I need that contrast there. And then because this surface is flat and it is like a mirror, it's come uno specchio, like a mirror. There is a part of this shadow on the ground that will be reflecting inside this surface. A little bit distorted, okay? But I'll show you. You see? Now that you see all this, everything comes together. You understand exactly that this is a cylinder.
Yes.
The last thing I have to do is, you see where is this dark area? Then also my line here will be a little bit darker. You see? And then once again, the lines, the shading, the reflections, the shadow, everything has a shading that goes from dark to light. You see how important it is? Because that's the best way to show volume, shapes. Now there is another thing that we have to do. Where is the sun, the light, the spotlight? So we have to put it. So to do that, I will use a brush and I will use my white wash. Okay? This is acrylic white. And I will put that reflection of the sun exactly crossing that reflection there. Never on top or underneath, but just in the middle.
Okay.
So let's do it. And then I put a little small dot, ellipse. Those are all ellipses. There is no circle, it's ellipse, okay?
Okay.
Then I will put again here. You see, when I put it here, I am very careful about what's happening on the side to make sure that it looks correct. You see, it looks shiny. Okay, now, while you watch, I go and wash my brush, okay? I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, now comes the funny part. Why is this all happening? Why is this, I had to draw like that. I show you. First of all, you have to know that every time that we have a reflection, okay, the reflection will never follow completely the whole surface. The reflection starts from the bottom, it goes up, and then there is a point like this one or this one, here or here, that I call it the breaking point. It means that the reflection would like to go and continue, but because it cannot see what is on the other side, he's scared. He's so stupid. So he doesn't go, he stops. And that's why he stops also here, you see? And comes back, you see? And also there. Because here there is a radius. A small radius. You see? So because there is a little surface, very small, that is turning that way, he stops and comes down. Same thing on the other side. Because things are very tall, you can see a little bit, but it never is gonna go all the way. So basically the reflection is beautiful, but it's stupid. He has a lot of space and he doesn't take it. So what happens between the reflection and the rest? That we get all this surface free. So the core comes in and says, I take that one. That's mine. And you say, yeah, but what is really the core? The core in a natural environment, outside, for example, is the concentration of the sky reflection. So that's why before you saw that it was blue on my cylinder, because it was picking up the light from the window, and there is a blue sky outside. But what happens? Because it's happening in that radius, everything is compressed and therefore becomes dark. So it's in the middle, it's always darker, and then it goes white. You see? Lighter. So it does that. And when it comes next to the reflection, it could go all the way. But there's something happens. There is the light that says, hey, there is a space for me too. I mean, you guys want to play and not me. I want my space. So the light gets in there and brings all that white, you see? So that's the light space. And sometimes the light says, I will put a little bit of my reflection there in the dark spot, here, you know. So basically, playing around, you have the reflection, the core, and the light, that when they find a surface or several surfaces, they fight, you know, to get their place. Yes. But we have one that is stupid. It's the reflection, because it goes and then it stops because he's scared. Then we have a smart one because he's the core. He finds all that empty space and says, that's mine. So he gets, you know, he occupies. And when he's ready to occupy everything, there is the light that says, come on, guys, give me something. So he gets a little space, you know, to put that nice light that brings a little bit of joy, okay? So that's how it happens. Now I will show you a beautiful drawing where you will find all this stuff in the card drawing, okay? Wait just a second. I go and get it. Okay. So, I'll show you. There you go. Can you see? You see the reflection there
Yes.
of the trees, you know? You
Yes.
see the reflection on the side. This is a cylinder.
Yes.
And this is a cylinder. Look at the reflection. A little bit on the body. And look at this. This is the core. The sky, look, it's going everywhere. It's trying to pick up all the space. And then there is a little bit of the light there that says, no, no, you don't go anywhere. That's mine. And this is mine. And this is mine. And also this one is mine. So when they put all them together, and each one takes its place, you have the shape. You can see. You see the volume, the sculpture. So, one thing very interesting I wanted to show you, to explain to you why you made a mistake on that side view, I will show you now. Very simple, very, very simple. Look. Wait. What is this?
That's touching.
No, no, no. What is this? No. This is the line of your side glass on your sketch. I show you. That's why it's important. Look at this one. It's this. Reflection, core, and light. Because it's a part of it is a part of a cylinder.
Yes.
You know, I show you on another sketch. This one. You see?
Yeah.
Or this one in perspective. You see? Also this part here. It's exactly this. That's why it's very important to study and understand the basic shapes.